frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formerly. I remain in contact with him to this day. I suspect that's for good reason. There's much about how we operate that civilians aren't privy to. And like I said, for good reason.
Someone do so much good around here.
Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad. Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return, and I fear the worst. Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands. No, Daniel is part of the security crew hired by Mr. Stoltz, but he is still a member of my team. While I wasn't able to select my team personally, I have come to trust each and every one of them. It pains me not knowing Daniel's condition. Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, you're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst.
I miss research, and science, and discovery.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
I miss how we thought the whole vault's shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
You should have
I
arrived.
could use... So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your... Well, as you can see, I cannot. Or at least not in the same way you see the world. More precisely, while I can navigate just fine, there are a number of optical challenges that my condition does not account for. No. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there.
Barely fresh air.
I miss research and science.
I've been known to be a bit creative with resources in the past. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in with my... You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Maybe we can invite him to join us for drinks. See if we can get him to let his
We
plans
should have
slip.
arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
I could use some. Did you want anything? Oh, this.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
compromised. A group of outsiders rolled in, heavily armed, started setting up camp. Only a matter of time until they find me up here. Pretty sure this is it for me. But, listen, Chief, I gotta come clean. I want to go to my grave with a clean conscience. This whole thing, the reports, the army, it's a sham, boss. Every single file has gone straight to Mr. Stoltz. We're his men first, Chief, not yours. Not really. There's no military contact. Just Hugo. Those of us in the know have been heading out here to play the part, make you think it's real. But this ain't a drop site. It's a smoke break spot. I'm sorry you gotta find out like this, Chief. You're one of the good ones. Don't trust anyone down there. We're all just his puppets. Oh, shit! I'm sorry.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
I'm all for fun, but maybe we should wait until more problems get solved before we party.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened.
I'm really gonna miss Alfie.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
I mean, there were other vaults than ours. Are you really that surprised?
I could use some help over here.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works.
You seem perturbed, my friend, as your work. Very well. Good luck in your duties.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
I miss research and science
the one from
and
outside.
discoveries
How's the store?
and news.
The new animals up
Growing.
there.
I miss how it was before.
Are there many like us out there? You know, with the skin?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something.
You should have arrived 4 years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
You seem perturbed, my friend. Has your work with Chief Oberlin been that taxing? How crude. Come now, my friend. What is this all about? I would thank you not to throw around baseless accusations. You seem perturbed, my friend. Very well. Good luck in your duties.
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her!
Very well. But I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate a stranger manhandling your spouse. This arrangement is in her best interest. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course, she has the key herself. I should have known. I don't think it's anyone's business to see my wife whenever they wish. I'm sure you wouldn't like that either if you were in her position. Just exposed for anyone to see like some animal in a zoo? No, not my Cassie. She deserves peace and quiet to recover. Nothing. She's perfect. Always the same incident that has put me into my condition. Well, it made her quiet. Tired. She'll be right in no time. All the more Yes. Very. If you would excuse me, come find me when you...
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was...
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile.
A way to contain the lost and use them to power the vault. You're back. And without Daniel. What was the situation? You're serious? And you have proof? Are you sure? Look at me. Are you sure? After all this time, it takes someone from outside this vault to finally tell me the goddamn truth. Thank you, my friend. This... it's very upsetting. I'm glad I have you to rely on. I'm gonna kill that. No, not yet. Not now. I can't give him the opportunity to turn this around on me. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I need time to make sense of this. It's best that Hugo remain unaware that I've been shown the truth.
Science.
Not until I'm ready to act.
And news.
I will allow him to think he retains control. You've earned a reward for your effort and honesty. I will let you know if and when I decide to act on this revelation. For now, I wait. Be careful with who you place your trust in down here. It's a viper's den. Dismissed. What do you need? Oh? What did you want to know? What do you need?
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
What do you need? Oh? What did you want to know? At this point, I think it's worth a shot. I've warned her to be more careful going forward, though. Can't take unnecessary risks when there's so few of us left. Hugo's brother. Seemed like a decent man, but looks can be deceiving. He was well respected in his field. Biologist, I think. He butted heads with Hugo a few times, but mostly went along with Hugo's decisions. I'll put it this way. She's a lot smarter than she acts. She's unpredictable, difficult to follow in conversation, but ultimately reliable. She gets results. I'm sure if you want to ask her, she'll tell you. She's friendly enough. I was surprised she was related to Hugo.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
All right, then. What did you want to know? How? Yes, I do. How do you know about the Atlas Project? Fort Atlas? Not the Atlas Observatory? I can't say that I do, but I imagine you're about to tell me. My leadership got Atlas funded. Dr. Hammond was a genius, but he had issues with authority. He had issues with Bentley, too. I sometimes wonder if it was Bentley who was really the problem. I took over the role of Chief Army Scientific Advisor from Major Bentley, when he was deemed unfit for the role. Through my management, the program got back on schedule, and we started to see results. Not that it mattered in the end. The bombs did drop suddenly, and the wasteland is a dangerous place. It is possible that not all of them may have survived. No, they must have. My last orders were to continue sending reports on progress of the projects here, and report any suspicious behavior from anyone. It was before the recent chaos.
And discoveries. And news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Observation, mostly. I was trusted with everyone's safety. Being security chief meant I had access to everything. I had ears everywhere, from maintenance to top brass. I was to report everything to my superiors at the Capitol. That was the order anyway. The U.S. Armed Forces always have contingencies planned. We're prepared for all eventualities. Even if not everyone were able to make it, there were plans in place to get personnel of every level to a safe location. They'll be finalizing preparations for operations to regroup and rebuild across the country. While it's not the life I envisioned for myself, it's been surprisingly pleasant for the most part. Present conditions aside, it's only really been the last decade or so when things have really begun to fall apart.
This long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Hey, Fort Atlas? I can't say that I do, but I told you the military always has a contingency plan. Unless they aren't military, I'd better be cautious before making contact. It's impossible to know who they are, or how much has changed. It's worth investigating. Could even be worth establishing contact. Thank you. Nothing too Fort Atlas? No. I'm going to assume that this is a poor attempt at humor to lighten the mood. And politely ask you to stop. Now please, tell me about Fort Atlas.
The new animals up there.
I told you the military always has a contingency plan. I better be cautious before making contact. It's worth investigating. Could even be worth establishing contact. Thank you. All right, then. Much as I hate to admit it, I'm not sure I could have managed without your help. Thank you.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
What if we go back to the surface, and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it! These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression. You have... It's unsettling.
The one from outside. How's the storm?
I believe you have something for
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
Did I ask you to snoop around in our personal affairs? That was and is none of your business. Forget the petty gossip and focus on the task at hand. Am I making myself clear to you? Now, the blueprints. Have you found them yet? It is a step, yes. You'll be provided more information shortly. Do be patient. Remember, this is all new to you, but years in the making for us.
Change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
Well, they're no good to me. I can read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter it.
I miss how it was before.
Oh, the best. She's the most beautiful person. She keeps me balanced. We were never apart, and we collected the most wonderful memories together. Excuse me. This makes me rather emotional.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason.
Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved?
Do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so?
We got a system, and it works.
After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
Vault 63. Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it.
Foolish, clumsy demons! Hear it!
Creatures here, creatures here, smell my fear. Creatures here, I can hear it.
by an idea. Write it down. Oh, there is still a blank space on the wall. That'll do. Struck by an idea. Gotta write it down. Where is my notepad? Oh, there is still a blank space on the wall. That'll do. You there! I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? Who told you? Never mind. Yes, I am indeed Audrey Stoltz. And you are a sore thumb sticking out in my lab. Great. Introductions are out of the way. You know, there's enough chaos around here as it is. With the machine being broken, the clutter everywhere, and the electrified lunatics roaming about. So, unless there's something you're here for, would you kindly get the hell out of my lab? Oh, is it? Really? It looks perfectly fine to me. Clearly something went wrong here, don't you think? An astounding observation. Just groundbreaking. Sorry. I'm a bit on edge. I'm still trying to figure out how to repair the weather machine. But the documentation is missing, and as much as my father wishes I could magically be as brilliant as my mother, I just... Anyway, I'm sorry about the outburst. Did you need something? What's this? Oh, the blueprints! Fantastic! Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Well, the name says it all. It used to be a machine that did the weather. You know, monitoring it, controlling it, just the usual stuff. I think we picked it up as a way to sweeten the pot when my father was getting the board to approve this vault. A bit of nepotism later, and here I am. My father refused to listen when I told him my talents are wasted on this machine, but in the end, the research fell off after the bombs fell. Later, we found a very important reason to look into it again, of course, which I'm not really comfortable sharing more on. Sorry, we did just meet after all. To summarize, this machine is important. My father wants it fixed, and I'd very much like Father to stop pestering me about it. Sure is. Biologically, anyway. Can't say he's ever acted much like a father. Nowadays, he's more my boss than my dad. A boss that keeps interfering with my professional and personal life. Anyway, you were saying? Yes, very excellent parcel. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. It won't be a perfect fit, but even if the part is remotely close to the one that broke, I should be able to do some modifications to make it work. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of actually fetching it. If you don't mind, that is. Maybe. There's a lot more to it than just that. You're years behind us on this, so let's just ease you into it for now. To set your mind at ease, we're working toward not just fixing the weather, but possibly even the Lost themselves. You'll see. Just bear with us for a bit. We could really use your help on this. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?